another movie reviews video. There was no movie reviews video last week because I was away, so I wasn't sure whether I was going to have one this week, but I actually saw 2 movies in the cinemas this week. Well, one was the end of last week and one was the beginning of this last week. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what time or day or anything it is. I was back home in the UK because my best friend had another baby, so that's why I wasn't sure what I would be doing or when or where or how or what time. But yeah, I saw 2 movies, so let's talk about them. The first film I saw was, of course, Dumbo. I was very excited about seeing this film. I loved the trailers, and then I watched it and I was just, oh my goodness, I was so disappointed. The first 2/3 of it were incredibly boring and slow and kind of just nothing, and then the last third of it was just really scary. I can imagine that if you took your kids to see this film, they would be scared. I took my mum to see this film and she was scared, so yeah, I just thought that it's not a kids film. It's too long to be a kids film, and so they're appealing to the adults. And I think that one of the things that still appeals to us when we become adults about Disney films is the songs, and I was ready for them to kind of burst into song at some point, and then that just never happened. I kept waiting for it. There were moments where I thought it was going to come, and then the songs just never came. So it's a Disney film with no songs, which isn't really my jam. I was going to go and see this again with a friend over here, but I'm now going to say, no, I'm not going to see it again. I'm not going to pay money to go and watch the film again when I really didn't enjoy it. I found myself kind of like getting a bit twitchy and a bit antsy during the first 2/3, and then obviously I wanted to know what happened. Now, I know that this is a live action film based on the original story of Dumbo, and they've not stuck to the original story so that they could include more live action characters rather than animal characters. So obviously the cartoon version has a lot of animal characters and they wanted to include humans in this, but no, not really. And I thought that the accents that people used in the film were quite bad as well. Yeah, it's definitely a not recommended from me. I do know people who've been to see it and have enjoyed it. Maybe there are enjoyable parts to it, but I just couldn't find anything that was like really good. The CGI wasn't amazing. The accents weren't very good. There was no music. It was boring for parts and then too scary for other parts. That's the summary of Dumbo. And then I went to see another film, which I really enjoyed, thankfully, and that film was Fisherman's Friends, which is based on a group of fishermen who sang sea shanties together and basically got a record deal. There was a producer and a manager came down to Cornwall on a stag do, and they discovered this group of men who sang and sang beautifully and kind of performed on the dock. I think it's on a Friday, so they don't go to sea on a Friday, do they? Yeah, every Friday. Saw them performing and basically said, I want to sign you, will you sing together? And it was just a lovely story, and obviously it's based on a true story, so this group does exist and they did get a record deal, and their record went into the charts and charted. I believe they performed at various prestigious events as well, and they are still performing now. There's a little bit of romance that they may or may not have written into the story, and a little bit of drama, and I just really enjoyed it. I couldn't get off thinking that the kind of leader of the group, although there wasn't really one specific leader, but the leader of the group just really looked like Hugh Jackman, and I kept thinking he was Hugh Jackman, and I know he wasn't, but he looked so like him. And then I really liked the kind of main romance in the story as well, and I just loved the music. Where the previous film that I talked about was lacking in music, this one had loads of music, and I didn't know going into it that there was going to be a load of music. Although, did I know? I don't think I really knew what it was about at all. I'd just seen people saying that it was really good, so I just went to see it. Didn't know what was going to be happening. yeah, I didn't even know it was going to be set in Cornwall, so there you go, went in blind. But yeah, there was great songs. I just wanted to sing sea shanties on the way home, and there was great shots of scenery as well. It really does make that part of the country look so lovely, and you can see why so many people go down there and fall in love with it and go on holiday there and want to buy a second home there. But yeah, it was just very, very enjoyable, and I definitely recommend it. I don't know if it's getting released here in the US. If I kind of look and find out, I'll put it in the description box. But as far as I know, I've not seen any publicity for it or any kind of promotion for it, whereas I've seen a lot about the film in the UK, people saying how much they enjoyed it, but apparently not saying what it's about. But yeah, definitely recommend that one. So there you have it. I will be back with another bookish video on Tuesday, and then I will be back with another movie reviews video next Sunday. I will definitely be seeing my quota of movies for the week, so I will have something to talk to you about here next week. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have seen Dumbo, please let me know in the comments below what your opinions of it are, because I have heard mixed things. I have heard some people have gone and loved it, and some people have gone and been disappointed like me. So do let me know in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed so that my next video lands in your subscription feed. That will be the bookish video on Tuesday and Thursday next week, and then my movie reviews video next Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on Tuesday.